Hey everyone, my name is Catherine, and this presentation will introduce Australian Aboriginal Dreamtime and give a brief outline of their beliefs, history, and practices. The main focus of this presentation is the role of gender and how it relates to the dreaming in Aboriginal society. Aboriginal Dreamtime is located all throughout Australia, as Indigenous people can be found all throughout the continent. There are many different tribes across the land, but they all share their beliefs in Dreamtime despite any language barriers. The Aboriginal stories are passed down through artwork, stories, and music. It is believed that the stories that exist today are the same as those from 40,000 years ago. Dreamtime may also be referred to as the dreaming, which serves as the creation story for the entire world. Aboriginal Dreamtime is strongly associated with cosmology, as people are related to stars, stars are related to animals, animals are related to the land, and all are related to the invisible beings who are everywhere. The dreaming is believed to be responsible for everything we have in the physical world. During the creation, souls became stones, plants, animals, and even humans. The dreaming also established everything in humanity, including social, moral, and natural order. After souls were transformed into the beings on earth, they moved all across the land, forming the hills, valleys, forests, and everything sacred to the people. While they created these features, songs and stories known as songlines connect the creation stories to the people. My main focus within Aboriginal Dreamtime is how gender fits into their society and beliefs. Gender is important to understand within the cultural context because of the variation across the world. Men and women are always part of society, and their roles tend to be different. In pre-colonial Aboriginal Dreamtime, men and women had a complementary structure. There were once checks and balances to ensure that no gender dominated the other. Many rituals that the Aboriginals performed were meant to celebrate their ancestors and reaffirm the relevance of their laws. The laws that they lived by separated them into distinct fields of action and thought, but the structure truly did complement each other. No gender was supposed to dominate the other. Aboriginal society valued men and women equally. Although they were thought of as equals, men and women had very different rituals and spoke of the dreaming separately. Studies of Aboriginal rock artwork that dates back anywhere from 3,000 to 6,000 years ago show morphological differences between male and female bodies. Men are often more depicted in engravings, but women are also shown. This may be due to the fact that women are an integral part of society and have their own voice in important societal decisions. Women had a crucial role in decisions for the tribe and often had a say in who they married. Previous studies on Aboriginal culture done by males had assumed that women did not have any important roles, which was disproved by several newer anthropologic observations. The success and peace of the tribes was kept because of equality. Rituals that are distinct for each gender can only be done in the presence of that gender. It is believed that male ritual activity concerns the whole community, while women's ritual activity concerns women only. Post-colonial times have stressed the importance of man, but before was understood as each gender having equal roles in society. Women's love rituals, known as yopinji, are often performed only by women and are meant to establish and maintain marriages of their own preference. They saw themselves as individuals, not pawns in male games. Yopinji may also be performed for other reasons than just attracting a lover. This includes forcing a wayward husband to return, remind a wife of her duty to her family and country, or even repulse the unwanted advances of a spouse or lover. Women also have their own ritual domain, which is often located as far away from central facilities. The single women's camp, known as the Jilini, is a home for widows, estranged wives, unmarried girls, women visiting from other communities, and women who have chosen to live beyond the control of man. As mentioned earlier, men's rituals seem to deal with the communities as a whole. These rituals are only to be performed by men, in the presence of men. The most common male ritual, known as Bora, is the initiation of a young male into adulthood. Tribes from all over the country perform Bora, and they are almost identical to each other. The ceremony, organized by the tribe's elders, always takes place in the summer months and features the young males of the tribe who are ready to be considered as adults. There is always some sort of initiation. Typically, a tooth or finger is taken, and male circumcision may also be featured. Elders have the greatest respect out of the whole tribe due to their knowledge and wisdom gained over the years. Men and women of the tribe constantly turn to them as they have any visions or wish to gain some knowledge about Dreamtime. When asked about art and how it pertains to the dreaming, males were more open about their beliefs than females. After having special dreams that relate to their beliefs, men create art as soon as they wake up. They may recreate these images through sculptures, paintings, drawings, and carvings. Women, on the other hand, are more hesitant to talk about their art and the dreaming. Although some express their dreams and stories through art, most of the women do not. Instead, they speak to their tribe's elders about them and ask for interpretation. Although the women were hesitant to talk about their artwork and how it relates to the dreaming, it is believed that the Dreamtime beliefs and traditions are passed down through women. Women are the primary caretakers of the children, and they share stories as the children grow up. This may be through songlines, creating art, or observing engravings left by ancestors. While Aboriginal dreaming still remains alive today, many of the ideas have been swayed by settlers and European influence. Unfortunately, women's voices have been suppressed and inadequately studied. Women used to be independent of men with their own roles. Now, pressure from settlers have caused there to be more of a shift toward male dominance. The role of gender has always been a topic of interest for anthropologists since it gives insight on society. It is important to study how men and women are viewed in society to understand their roles and how they go about their days. In Aboriginal culture, men and women are complementary to each other and provide a solid balance in the world. Balance is very important in Dreamtime, for everything that has been created by souls and spirits is meant to exist together. Aboriginal Dreamtime is an important religion for Indigenous Australians. It provides the story of creation, balance of different orders, and will likely be passed down through many generations. Although the Aboriginal people are the minority in Australia, many of their traditions are still alive today in the tribes across the continent. Men and women were once thought of as equals, but further studies are now required, especially since there are outside influences. Here's my works cited if anyone's interested in reading these journal articles, and I hope you guys are staying safe and having a great summer.